Thank you very much. We are the Nassoons of the 1990s. Or more specifically, the Power 90s. And if you'll permit, I'd like to tell you a little bit of historical crusty facts to back up the Power 90s moniker. And in the tradition today of giving some tidbits about the evolution of the Nassoons, in the 1990s, we saw the first, as far as we know, full album recorded in a professional studio. We saw the first album featuring a female soloist, a Tiger Lily. The first classical Indian tune, thank you, my wife Margaret, a Tiger Lily. Introductions later. The first maybe legit hip-hop song, although we might have a beef with the 80s there. And we went big with performances. It saw the beginning of a new officer job called the Performance Director, started by Mr. Tony Tsai, class of '95. We had other big performance news, the evolution of the group into bringing dance troupes on with Alpha Phi Alpha, the first time a hula dancer came to Yale Jam, the first and hopefully final use of props on Zombie Jamboree in Blair Arch, including a coffin, torches, and a fog machine. Don't do that again, guys. The originality continues with two original songs today by Owen Braun, class of '96, and The Wonder by Paul Griffin, class of '01. And then also to speak of the originality of Eric McGilvery, who turned lyrics from a movie tune you'll hear in a minute to a Princeton tune. And I think we're all very grateful for the beginning of the era of, I'm told he is here, honorary Nassoon, Professor Jamie Rankin. Is Jamie Rankin in the audience? There he is. And we still go big and powerful with our big swollen knee joints as we age and our big sciatica and big anti-inflammatory painkillers that we take. Okay, these are the jokes, people. Is this on? So that first tune was Sting's Straight to My Heart, arranged by Mr. John McKinnon, class of '94. The next tune you'll recognize, it was arranged by Mr. Jason Mark, '91. And the soloist will be one of my favorite Nassoons.
There's something happening here. there's something happening here. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there, telling me I've got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What's going down? Hey, yeah. There are battle lines being drawn, and nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, they're getting so much resistance from behind. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What's going down, 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 down. It's going down. What a field day for the heat. Now there are 1,000 people, I tell you, standing in the street. They're singing songs and carrying signs that mostly say hooray for our side. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Hey, everybody look at what's going down. I need a little help now. Paranoia strikes deep into your life. It will creep. Where will it start? When you're always afraid. It's out of line. The man comes and he'll take you away. It's time we stop. Hey, what's going down now? Now everybody get up and tell me what's going down. I need to know. I need to know just what's around right now and stop. Hey, what's going down? Just what's around right now and tell me what's going down. Hey, what's going down?
The great Jacques Smith, my classmate, my brother. Jacques' day job is appearing in Book of Mormon on Broadway, so if you like what you heard just now, you can go get a ticket and see him in Manhattan performing that show. He had a better gig today, yeah. One of the great things about being in the group in the early 90s was a lot of new music coming into the group. We'll hear more about that in a bit. That last tune was arranged by Jason Mark, as Angus mentioned, who really took it upon himself and was an inspiration to me as an arranger to modernize the sound, to bring a little more soulfulness for the Nassoons, and to make us to something we really hadn't been before in some ways. There's two versions of this talking thing that we do. There's a version where the talker is entertaining the audience. There's a version where the talker is embarrassing the guys behind him. I'm going to do the second thing and talk about Jacques a little bit more, because I think of Jacques actually, among many other things, as an arranger, even though his name doesn't appear on any arrangements. Because whenever Jacques had a solo in the group, which he did from time to time, nobody ever sang that song the same way after he sang it. He has a musical genius and a kind of mind for melody and for improvisation that, so this is one example. That song was not sung that way before Jacques came along. Another example was the old Ersatz doo-wop tune, Shamalama Ding Dong, which Jacques took over and remade in his own image, and never was sung the same way after that. And my favorite, or least favorite example is Jacques sang Faithless Love once as a fantasy solo. It was a great experience because, I don't know if they still do fantasy arches where you get to sing the solos that weren't really your solos. I remember standing next to Jacques in the Nassoon room as we were getting ready for the fantasy arch and hearing him working, like under his breath, like trying out, wicks and things. He sang Faithless Love once, and nobody sang Faithless Love the same way after Jacques sang Faithless Love. So we'll hear about arrangers, as we go along here. But I just want to recognize Jacques as, my part brother and my class brother and my Nassoon brother, but also as one of the maybe unsung arrangers of our era. So that's what I'll have to say. The next tune is also, yeah, please. The next tune is also arranged by Jason Mark. It's an old Manhattan Transfer number called The Duke of Dubuque.
I'm known near and far as a cousin to the Tsar. I'm the Duke of Dubuque. See the light of day, it's well understood that my credit is so good. I'm the Duke of Dubuque. And if you don't believe me, then tell me it ain't true. I've only got one answer. That answer's lost to you for now. Au revoir, I must find the dear old Tsar. I'm the Duke of Dubuque. I'm descended from the Roman Alps in Russia. In the books, my father was the Tsar of Prussia. But he sailed away one day to the state of Iowa. And that's why you'll find me in the USA. I'm the crackers. Yeah, I'm the cheese. Yeah, call those wolfhounds if you please. 'Cause I'm the Duke of Dubuque. Yeah, I'm righteous, racking my brains, baby. So give me some of that brains, 'cause I'm the Duke. I said I'm the Duke of Dubuque. And if you don't believe me and tell me it ain't true, I've only got one answer. That answer's much to you for now. Fun to do. Can you spare a buck or two? I'm the Duke of Dubuque. Easy now. Well, I'm the Duke of Dubuque. Duke of Dubuque.
So the next song we're going to sing, it's actually kind of funny because it's sort of for two reasons. Funny to me. I introduced this song 25 years ago at the 60th reunion because you asked me, hey, could you introduce this song? Which is called Just One of Those Things, which is a 1935 Cole Porter song, which was arranged by Jason Matthews, who was class of 90. And the reason he arranged it was because he did not have any solos in the group. And as many of you know, the best way to get a solo is to arrange a song and then you could sing the solo. So this debuted in the fall of 1989 at the Yale Jam, and he was class of 90, so we sang it for another 6 months, and then we stopped singing it after he graduated. And I think we sang it here and there, and it was a one-off. He had never done anything like that before, and none of us really thought it had much staying power. We all liked it. But lo and behold, it started to take root, and then it appeared on the 94 album, and then it appeared on the 96 album, and then it appeared on the 2002 album, and the 2008 album, and it's really had legs in a way that I think none of us really thought, least of all Jason Matthews. So, and he's not even here, so, we're gonna have fun singing it ourselves, and it is called Just One of Those Things. Who is the soloist?
It's Jock. He's gonna come from
Yeah, it's gonna be Jock. It's gonna be Jock.
That was my joke.
All right, well, we'll see. It'll be news to me. Anyway, enjoy.
those things. Just one of those crazy little things. It was one of those bells that now and then rings. It was just one of those things. It was just one of those nights. Just one of those fabulous flights. Just a trip to the moon on gossamer wings. It was just one of those nights. If we thought a bit to the end of it while we were painting the town, we would have been aware that our love affair was too hot not to cool down. So goodbye, amen. Here's hoping we meet again, 'cause it was great fun, but it was just one of those things. What do we do? Is it audible? Is it audible? One of those things.
My name is Thad Persons. I'm class of 92. I'm so grateful to be here. And in, I guess, 1990, I got the good fortune to meet at church with my roommates, a professor named Jamie Rankin. And at that time, Jamie and I, we were getting to know each other, and he was very indulgent with us as not so precocious 19 and 20-year-olds. And at one point, when he realized I was in a group, he said, you know, would you ever consider me doing an arrangement for you? And that was not really heard of. And so I thought, well, what could go wrong? I mean, it probably could be just fine. And you'll hear this next song, and it's extraordinary. And so this was, I think, your first of many gifts to this group of arrangements that Jamie has done over the years. This one is called Thou Who Wast Rich. I believe it debuted in Christmas of 1991. Jamie, I'm looking at you. He says thumbs up. Thank you, Professor. And I'd like for you to listen to some of the arpeggio in this song, but there is a piece when it goes, Thou who wast love, thou who wast love, and it is just elevating. It is just luminescent. So please enjoy Thou Who Wast Rich.
Rich beyond all measure.
again, thank you, Jamie. And that solo was Jeremy Reed, class of 1999. I'm going to say something personal first. It is a pleasure, an honor, and a blessing to be here and sing with these gentlemen. I joined the group in 1991 in the spring, so that was our 50th reunion. And so when I joined then and we had the reunion in Richardson Auditorium, I didn't know any songs. And I remember members of the group saying, we're going to sing the old songs. And I was like, I don't know the new songs. And the truth is, I was the only bid that semester. So I didn't have a cohort to say, oh, we don't know the songs. It was literally me saying, I don't know the songs. And so when I looked around, and I remember standing on the stage with many of you who are here today, and some of us who have left. And I looked around, and I could not have imagined the brotherhood that was before me. And so even when I came here today, I said, it does not matter if I sing the wrong notes. It does not matter if I forget the lyrics. It does not matter if my voice cracks, because what matters to me are these guys and their families. And so to everyone who came before us, I say thank you. To all of those who have come after the 90s, the aughts, the 10s, and the 20s, I say job well done and keep up the good work. It is incredible what we have, and I love you. That's my personal thank you. The next song that you will hear is from one of our prolific 90s arrangers. It is my classmate, Eric McGilvray, and it is the song that Angus mentioned in his initial introduction. It is the parody of Under the Sea, and it is about Princeton, and it is about the escalating price of higher education. And Princeton had a secret, and believe it or not, I really wish this was true this year, because in the fall, I will begin paying tuition as a parent at Princeton for the first time. So I really wish this song was true now, but here it is, Princeton is Free, arranged by my classmate Eric McGilvray, and the solo is Will Black, class of 1996.
Your money is always greener before your tuition's paid. And if the years are leaner, you must get financial aid. And so the administration, not too many years ago, they changed the situation. Now all can afford to go. Princeton is free. Princeton is free. But we've got to keep it the best kept secret in Ivy League. Orange and the black, the way to go. Everywhere else pay through the nose. We've got a plan here, save all your clams here. Princeton is free. At Princeton the folks are happy, as in Woody Woo they sow. The Yaleys, they sure ain't happy. They're sad cause they all be broke. But folks up at Yale are lucky. They're in for a what's a fake. The loans that they use for money come due when they graduate. Princeton is free. Princeton is free. Administration give us libation in secrecy. Everyone knows that Harvard sucks, but did you know they pay big bucks? Much better way here, why don't you stay here? Princeton is free. Princeton is free. A life is less stressful, be more successful naturally. No need to script, no need to say, all of your worries go away. We all have
have Hal here, he is our pal here, Princeton is free. Al Shapiro, the Triangle Show, Soons and the Lils, the Prince and Kirill, TIDFS, the U-Store, the press is in socialist control. Everything's free, the band and cave's free, Old Woody Woo, the Hidden and the Zoo. Even the clapper comes with a rapper, and all the endowment grows. Princeton is free. Princeton is free. From me. No need to pay the 20 grand when you're on fiscal sleight of hand. Why be a debtor? Earn those better. Princeton is free. Why be a debtor? Old Nassau's better. Princeton is free. Life here is gorgeous, no second mortgage, cause all the banks are run by alumni. We're glad you came here, now you can stay here. Princeton is free.
Who wrote those lyrics?
Eric McGilvray. And the story goes, if you read your 75th anniversary book, Eric was shaving when the lyrics came to him. Divine inspiration while shaving. I want to give some thanks to folks who have made this whole event possible. And some of these guys are, first of all, Steve Garrett, 90s, the president. Doug Roberts, who has organized the whole thing. Owen Braun, who led the Old Guard. And a very, very special shout out to Jim Schenkel for helping all of our decades to pull the music together. He was so responsive, so helpful for sending sheet music over, for sending piano parts over, for sending recordings. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. The 1990s were a very adventurous time musically for the group. And I think, there are several reasons, but I just want to name two here. So I think maybe the first reason is that there was actually a lot of continuity in the 90s in terms of the music director. In the 90s, we had 3 music directors who served 2 terms. I started in the early 90s, Owen Braun in the mid-90s, and Andrew Garland in the late 90s. And I didn't know this, but so it was Urquhart, Pete Urquhart, who in the 70s did 2 stints, and there was really nobody in between. So I thought, well, I'm going to become a sophomore music director. This is what happens, but I found out much later reading the 75th anniversary that this is kind of an anomaly. So I think that provided a lot of continuity for the music that we were doing in the 90s. And the other thing was just these amazing arrangements that came into the group. Eric McGilvray mentioned earlier the really wonderful contributions by Jason Mark to bring a little bit more R&B style into the group. That was followed, of course, by Eric's own arrangements. He did 11 arrangements for the group in the 90s. That was followed by the amazing arrangements that the whole group has been blessed by over several decades by Jamie Rankin. And then the third kind of really important arranger, is at least up to the mid-90s, was Owen Braun. And so we're going to hear, we have 3 more songs. The next 2 songs are Owen Braun arrangements, and the last song will be by Eric McGilvray. This next song is called Minstrel Boy. It's a group arrangement, and this is a song that speaks to the fragility of life, especially in a time of war. And I think that this is an especially fitting song, not only because the Nassoons were born in an era of war, but even today in 2026, it seems like we're staring down the brink of war in so many different fronts. So I hope this song all reminds us just how precious all of life is. Minstrel Boy, arranged by Owen Braun.
To the war has gone, to the war has gone, to the war, to the war has gone, to the war has gone, to the war has gone. Rum, rum. The minstrel boy to the war has gone. In the ranks of death you will find him. His father's sword he hath given on, and his wrought on stuck behind. In the ranks of war, in the ranks of war, the ranks of war. Minstrel boy to the war has gone, in the ranks of death you will find him. His father's sword he hath given on, and his wild horse song behind him. Bum-ba-rum, bum-ba-rum, bum-ba-rum. To the war he has gone, to the war he has gone. Land of songs and the warrior bard, though all the world bestrays thee, one soul that meets thy right shall guard. One faithful harp shall praise thee.
So thank you very much. Peter Boudel, class of 93, bass. So we lost a minstrel boy from our age, our classes, our decade, just a couple years ago. Will Walker, class of 93. And I wanted to give a shout, and maybe a Nassoon root, to Sydney Walker, his beautiful bride who came today, and to Emily Walker West, his beautiful sister who also came today. So they're in our lives, and it's great to have them here. So 1, 2, 3. We did a lot of musical adventuring, and we also did some physical adventuring. We were the first group, I think, to go over to Europe. We went to Asia, to Tokyo, Hong Kong, and also to the Middle East. This, I would like to remind the youngsters in the room, was before cell phones. The Tokyo and all these trips were planned by mail. We had a wallet called the Football that had all the different currencies in Europe so that we could pay our bills as we crossed the country borders. And we had a Sony Betamax. Again, it was the first, I think, probably the first tour that was filmed. We had a big Sony Betamax, and this was, again, a Walker contribution. So we have those trips on video. So that's how we rolled back in the day. I wanted to tell a quick story that the 25th reunion, there was some mention of whip and poofs and football. At the 25th reunion, I encountered a classmate, and he said, Jesus, Boudel, you know, you're the reason for my worst day at Princeton. And I've really struggled with it. I was like, dude, what happened? He's like, it was the day Tiger in football lost to the Nassoons. I'd forgot about it. But we did win. And I would like to say the quarterback that day was Willie Walker. And his, I think, grandfather was the quarterback for the Crimson Tide, right? Alabama. So we have football roots in the Nassoons as well. So next one by Owen Braun. I think you guys will recognize it.
It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the show tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to get excited. It's time to get started. It's time to get
What's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. Rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. It's something I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. It's not easy being green. Right along, looks and fancy. Share it with me, move right along. We'll learn to share the load. We don't need a map to keep this show on the road. You know what the best part about this song is? Why, what's that? It's almost over. It's time to get me started. Motivational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational. This is what we call the Muppet Show.
How y'all doing?
Pretty well.
SFC, huh? So earlier, one of the earlier gentlemen said something about the Nassoons was how he survived the 4 years of college. You guys are how I survived real life, and so are you, and so are you, especially you young bucks. You're how we survive life, and I want to thank all of you for that. But before getting too sappy, we need to introduce ourselves. Thanks, Rich. I'm Doug Roberts. I am a proud member of the great class of 1997. And for those of you who are fans of Shoney's, I made it up. Sorry.
I'm Eric Wong, class 2001, and I also like Shoney's.
I'm Tony Tsai, class of 95. I was a second tenor. Am I supposed to say anything else?
Nicknames.
Yeah, I don't have a nickname. They called me karaoke.
Yeah.
Among other things. My name is Stephen Garrett. I'm a second tenor from New York City. And what else? Oh, my nickname was Dish, Side Dish. And actually, it still is, yeah. Oh, should I pass it down?
Oh, this way. I'm Michael Fitch, class of 92, first tenor, and my nickname is Fitchy.
I'm Phil Hess, bass. I'm from Ossining, New York, and my nickname is Thor.
Hi, Angus Worthing, bass, class of 97, in Washington, D.C., originally from Minneapolis, Goose.
Sanjeev Ramabhadran, class of 96, second tenor, originally from Guilford, Connecticut, these days Bridgewater, New Jersey, nickname Juice.
Jason White, class of 96, tenor baritone. Originally Kansas City, now I live in Chicago. No nickname, Stuck.
Is that true? I guess that's true. All right. Caveman, Menomina. Yeah. Owen Braun, first tenor from Newark, Delaware. And I also did not really have a nickname.
Chris Terrace, first tenor, class of 94, originally from El Paso, Texas, now in the Bay Area. Tricky.
My name is Jeremy Reed, a class of 1999 from Moorestown, New Jersey.
All right.
The seniors called me Action, but once they left, everybody called me Sketch.
Hi, I'm Stephen Miller. I'm class of 93. I was a second tenor TB, and I live near Jeremy in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. My nickname I got in the first week in the group because I was self-thumping myself so much because I was messing up the music so much, so I'm Thumper. And shots later.
I am Joseph Wang, class of 01, T1 from Somerville, Massachusetts. Still don't have a nickname.
Working on it. Working on it.
Richard Todd, 94, a bass from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my nickname is Andrew Garland.
I'm Andrew Garland. Also known as Judy. Class of 2001, sing bass, and I live in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Peter Budell, bass, live in New York, just outside New York, and I was 93, and the nickname was Poodles.
Eric McGillivray, 93, baritone. I grew up in Texas. I currently live in Columbus, Ohio. For reasons unknown, they call me the Chugger.
My name is Jacques Smith. I am class of 1993. I sing baritone. The nickname that stuck, originally from Chicago, live in LA and New York now, and my nickname is Frenchie.
Thad Persons, class of 92, second tenor. I live in Atlanta. Not a lot stuck, but I'm chagrined to say that maybe the closest could be either Panties or Big Daddy.
Yeah. Juan Mian, class of 93, second tenor, originally from Balmer, Maryland, now live in Washington, D.C. CIA.
Greg Hall, class of 98. I was a TB. I'm in New York City now, originally from DC, and my nickname, though it didn't really stick, was Amtrak.
My name is Paul Griffin, class of 01, tenor 1, originally from Lafayette Hill, PA. I heard another one earlier. I live in Sleepy Hollow, New York now, and my nickname is Paul.
Will Black, class of 96. I sing bass, and I'm originally from Paducah, Kentucky, and I still live in Paducah, Kentucky. And my nickname was Reverend Jim.
So I didn't do a good job of modeling. I am a first tenor in the group, but pretty much at reunions, it's whatever Tricky or Owen need me to sing is what I sing. I'm from Northport, New York, on Long Island. I want to apologize to the later generations of Nassoons. When I was music director, I think I might have convinced you that this next song started with another Paul Simon tune called Homeless. I just did that at a Yale Jam once for fun, and then you guys just kept doing it, which is fine. But I want to apologize to Chugger for doing that, because he's always like, why is that other song in front of my arrangement? So I think you all know this tune. This was sort of, this was the Scarlet Ribbons, if you will, of the 90s. But I want to, I just want to thank everybody here. I'll never forget the day that Trick and Westy and these guys came to my room in the Forbes edition and asked me to be part of the group. There was also a guy from the Footnotes there. I felt terrible, but I hosed him right away. And like, lovely guy, but I just was like, this is my thing. And I just, this experience has quite literally, I'm not exaggerating, quite literally changed my life and improved my life and put wonderful people around me and my wife Mary and my daughter Sarah, who's back there. And she's next to Phil's kids and Juice's daughter, and Jason's kids are in the back. Our families are all friends. It's quite literally, Angus's son is here. His daughter's off singing an a cappella group in Minnesota. His wife Margaret, one of my best friends from college. We're all like bros now. And it's, you all, and you all younger than us, we're in the middle of this thing, right? We're not yet retired, most of us, I think, but we're planning for it. Some of us have kids in college. Some of us are planning to put kids in college and figuring out how to afford that. So we're right in the middle of this thing, and it's a really profound place to sit. But the fact that I can sit here and thank Rich McGlynn, and thank Jerry Ford's daughter, and thank, I can't name all you, Sandy McAdoo and Mac, and also you guys in the current group, it's something for which I'm profoundly grateful. So thanks, everybody. Let's have a great rest of the day.
She's a rich girl. She don't try to hide it. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, he's a poor, empty as a pocket now. Empty as a pocket with nothing to lose. Ta-la-la, ta-la-la. She got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Ta-la-la, ta-la-la. She got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. 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 Diamonds on the soles of her shoes.
People say she's crazy, she's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, that's one way to lose these walking blues. Diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She is really forgotten, but then she slipped into my pocket with my car keys. She says you've taken me for granted because I please you. Wear these diamonds. And I can say, ooh, as if everybody knows what I'm talking about. As if everybody here would know exactly what I was talking about. Talking about diamonds on the soles of her shoes. teaspoon, he makes the sign of weight. The poor boy changes clothes and puts on aftershave to compensate for his ordinary shoes. She said, honey, take me dancing, but they ended up by sleeping in a doorway by the bodegas and the lights on Upper Broadway, wearing diamonds on the soles of their shoes. And I said, and everybody here would know what I was talking about. I mean, everybody here would know exactly what I was talking about. Talking about diamonds, diamonds on the soles of their
He said she's crazy, she's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. Well, that's one way to find he's walking through the lane. Let's talk about diamonds on the soles of her shoes. She's got diamonds on the soles of her shoes. I'm talking about diamonds.